Hello, hello. Let's see if I have everything going like I wanted to. Let's hope so. Hello, I am Amanda, the Scraptastic Crocheter, and I'm going to be crocheting and talk about my day. I hope you had a good day, whatever you did. I spent the day at a knit cafe, but I was crocheting all day. Hello, David, and hello, Chris Little from Michigan. Welcome in. How are you doing? So I spent the day at the Knit Cafe in town, organized by the church, and I had a lot of fun time talking yarn with a lot of people. So that was nice. My mom even joined in, which was really nice. I came home with more yarn than I left with, of course. And I did not crochet anything of what I thought I was gonna crochet when I was here yesterday packing yarn for today. I had plenty of plans, and well, it didn't really happen the way I expected it to. I have been working on this one today, the lava poncho, for a bit, but that was not what I spent the majority of my day doing. I actually used some yarn that I had with me that I didn't know what to do with it. It just got to hang out with me, and there's actually a really good, I can't really say it's a good story, but because it's not a fun event that led up to what I was working on today, but I feel it's like a very nice thing as a community. I can show you the yarn. Let's start there. So I actually got to play with this yarn today. I don't know if I even showed it yesterday, but I did throw it down into the bag today, and I used a pretty good chunk of this skein today. That's about the size it was when I left, so a good size. And I did a big flower, a carnation to be exact, because I needed to make a flower. Why did I have to make a flower? A very sad thing happened, very recent. I don't know exactly when, but like a week ago or something like that. A yarny person in the community where, like, my locally where I live, sadly passed away very tragically in very unexpected situations. Well, hello, Marcus. A drive-by thumbs up. I appreciate that. You have fun later without me. No, but this woman sadly didn't make it through her pregnancy, or well, she was diagnosed with preeclampsia, and she the baby survived, but she didn't. So all the knitters and crocheters around here are have decided to make a flower each, or a bunch of flowers, to make a bouquet for the funeral. And I felt that that is definitely something I can do. I can do a flower for that bouquet, because it's a very sad thing that happened. And that just felt like, okay, wait, I can participate and make a flower. I didn't know this person, but well, some of the people that was there knew this person, and apparently my mom knew someone that worked with this person. So very sad. So I made a flower, a very big one, and it took pretty much the whole day. And I was working a little bit on this one before and after, but all the other yarn was left untouched. And I also did come home with more yarn than I left with, because we have a thing here, it's called slakta stashen. It's pretty much just butcher your stash, and if you have yarn that you don't want to keep, you can bring it and, well, sell it to the people there. So there was a lot of yarn. Other people just don't want it anymore, or leftovers or whatever. And my mom saw a yarn that she's like, oh, you might have fun with this, and she bought it for me. So that was awesome. And I think some of you might really appreciate it, because if you like sparkly yarn, you will love this yarn. Who doesn't love sparkly yarn? Do we want to look at sparkly yarn? Let's look at sparkly yarn. I haven't even touched it, but this is what I have. It's so sparkly, it just shines. We can look at it like this. We have Filcolana Paya, 67% viscose, 33% metallic polyester, 245 meters, 25 grams. And like, I don't even, it's just sparkle. It's metal fibers and viscose. It's just pure sparkle. Shiny silver sparkle. It is really soft, and it's this kind of chain. I don't know if we can see that it's a chain because it's so sparkly. Maybe we need to do something with the light, I don't know. But it is a chain. Yeah, it's probably very difficult to see that because of all the sparkles. Focus isn't happening with the sparkle. Color 702. Filcolana DK or .dk. Is DK? I don't remember. Is that German or is it Denmark? I think Denmark. Very soft. Very soft, actually. Kind of a little squishy. But it's just so shiny. So I'm probably going to hold this together with something, most likely, and I do have 5. So I have definitely enough to hold it together with like one of my big cakes, like the cakes behind me over there. Andy, hello, good to see you. How are you doing today? Look at my sparkly yarn. Have you seen something this sparkly? You know, it's just sparkles. That's all it is. So I'm gonna get to play with that at some point when I figure out what that wants to become, which is not today. But I'm just gonna crochet for a bit here and hang out and wind down after a long day. I was there between 10 a.m. and 6 p.m. or something around those lines. And then I've been home for quite some time because, well, it's almost 11 p.m. I could have been here a long time ago. I've just been relaxing and watching some YouTube videos and not doing much. But I did say that if I had energy, I'd pop in here and hang out for a bit, which I do have. I do have some energy. So let's hang out. So what is everyone up to today? Andy is, well, you've been waking up for a bit, right? It's not that early. I don't think. No, you've been awake for a while. I know Marcus is prepping to do mischievous things and play with his stuff over at his place. And I could have probably jumped on panel there, but I didn't because, I don't know, I just want to talk crochet. And I don't talk that much over there. Well, I do, but not crochet. You thought I'd be tired from today? So did I. I also didn't expect to come home as early as I did. But that, my mom left earlier than, well, I guess both her and I thought she would. but that was just because very, very weird circumstances. My brother was out and about, and he was in the next town over in a different direction, so he was kind of passing through my town on the way home. And since he knew I was hanging out with Mom, he's like, "Oh, has she left yet?" Like, he called me. He's like, "No, she's still here." Um, and he's like, "Oh, does she have a, room in the car?" I'm like, "No, because she took the bus, so she doesn't have the car." And he's like, "Bummer." But then they synced up so that they took the same bus home because, well, he had to transfer bus in my city anyway because of where he was at. So they took the same bus. So that was just, well, good company on the bus. Awesome. And then I stayed, and Mini-Me is with her dad, but they were going into town for some grocery shopping, or pretty much just candy shopping, because it's Saturday. And we eat, or yeah, Swedish kids eat candy on Saturdays. That's just a thing. They don't get candy every day. It's Saturday is candy day. So while they were doing that, apparently she needed a hug. So they wanted to come stop by, and they offered to drive me home. Which I thought was really nice. I got to huggle and snuggle my Mini-Me. I did see her yesterday, so it wasn't that long ago since she got hugs, but she wanted more hugs, and that's what she got. And now I have tangles. You went to the book sale this morning. You bought 14 books. Well, that's good. Because I assume it's books you wanted. Hello, Grace. Welcome in. How are you doing? You just got home from the range with hubby, so now you're going to do the nails? Ooh, nice. What colors are we doing? How is the tangle? There's a tangle. Oh, I was just pulling in the wrong direction. Tangle is sorted. You broke 4 nails at the range? Yeah, then you have some work to do. I am crocheting a poncho. It is a square poncho. We have one corner over here, and then, well, there's a bunch of more corners, and we have a square neckline over here. So that's what I'm working on. It's my lava poncho because it's a kind of a white or like snow-covered mountain peak with the white going down to the gray to the black being like the mountain, and then we have yellowy, orangey, red lava trickling down. Purpley, bluey, green. I love the combination. So are you going to be streaming later today so we get to see the nails? Is that the plan, Andy? I probably need to redo my nails soon-ish. This stitch is, the technique is interlocking or intermeshing mosaic crochet, and the pattern that it's creating, I don't know if that has a specific name because I just looked at a tutorial of the technique itself, and then I did one swatch to try and figure out how big of a neckline I would need to do to make a poncho with a good size, and then I just winged it. So there is no pattern, and I haven't done this technique before, but I wanted it to be reversible, so it is the same on both sides, not like with a overlay mosaic crochet, then you get like a ugly back and then one side of, the front being one thing, and I didn't want that. So it's reversible even though it's not that big of a difference. In the corner here we have red as the the main color, and then on the other side we get a black corner instead. So it's just a few little things. And then we have down in the center, we see the lava just, you know, lava streams flowing down, and on the back side we actually get this like square type of shape. It's more like pyramids. Thank you. I really appreciate everyone that wants to come and subscribe. Awesome to find new people to hang out with. So there's just these little small details that differs from one side to the other. Other than that, they look pretty much the same on both sides with this zigzaggy pattern. And I want to say that this side that has this lava stream is the side that I feel is like the front or the right side, and the other one is the wrong side. I will be using this side most likely all the time when I wear it. Hello, May! Yes, football today. Football with hubby. And you're gonna check back in halftime? Well, you enjoy football, and I hope that your team wins. It's always more fun when the team that you're rooting for wins, right? But yeah, some excitement is good. To have not always the easiest games. Let the other team also score some points and make it a little bit of a nail-biting thing. Maybe not every time, but I do love some excitement in sport. If you want to watch sport, or if I'm gonna watch sport, at least make it exciting, right? Winter, how are you doing? Good to see you. It's been a while. I'm happy to see you. Have you been live anything recently? Because I haven't been around, you know, but... And Lydia, hello, hello. Good to see you. How are you doing today? You're doing okay, and you've been crocheting a lot. That sounds awesome. You have done a few lives? I think it's easier for me to start catching up to people now when the weather is getting worse outside. It's definitely more of like cozy indoor time, hanging out. And things are just calming down. So I should be able to catch up with a lot of you guys. A lot more soon-ish, I hope. You're currently testing a skirt by Under Your Skein. Any fun colors? Is it a fun pattern? Is there like spooky theme or something, or is it just a... Well, I can't really say a plain skirt, but like, does it have any pattern to it? So how's everyone's day been? I spent the day at the Knit-All-Day-Café. It was a full day event this time, which is only like once or twice a year. It was really nice. All day with a lot of people. There was a pop-up store. All the yarn they had was animal fibers, so that wasn't interesting to me at all. My mom did buy some cables for her knitting needles, because my mom knits and I crochets. It's actually really fun. She don't like to crochet. You're using Hopi Dahlia Halloween, and it has pineapple lace filet crochet with mood on it. Which Dahlia are you using? I have some of the Halloween yarns left. I want to say I've used most of them that I had. And I have not purchased any Halloween yarns this year. I haven't purchased any yarn at all for some time. What did I don't remember. Oh right, I got Was this the last time I got yarn? I think. Yes, this is the last time I purchased yarn. And it's been a while. The purple, green, and orange, and black. Oh, a new colorway from this year. Nice. I've seen that one. I don't have it. Since, yeah, new color. Does that mean you got yourself some new Halloween yarn? Did you get any other colors, or did you get any other fun yarns? Because that's fun. You got new Hobie colors. That means new yarn came into your collection. You've been crocheting hats, but today you're cleaning and doing laundry. Well, adulting is needed occasionally as well. I hope you get to do some crocheting later, Lydia, when you're done with the cleaning. Your partner got it for your birthday. 7 cakes and a bunch of different ones. Oh, that is so nice. That is so nice. I bet you got really happy with that. Who wouldn't be? You made a mosaic blanket out of it. You have a short video. Oh, nice. I need to look at that. As I said, I need to catch up on stuff. Lydia, are you doing any lives soon-ish? How's things on over on your end with that? It is a bit tricky, you know, you do, not all of you, but there's a bunch of things that goes on when I'm sleeping, so there's always that. And I have been better at sleeping during the night, not night owling it as much, so I do miss out for that reason as well. Mosaic crochet with 4 strands is nightmarish. Well, I'm doing that right now. I'm interlocking mosaic crochet, or intermeshing, or whatever. Like, some people say one thing and some say the other, but it's, as far as I can tell, the same thing. And now here's where I need to think and not mess up. I want to say I should flip the back to the black to the front. You come over there so I can attach you to over there. And time to switch to the black yarn. You're thinking of pinning it to the wall as the background for when you stream, but you're afraid the pins won't hold it. Well, I guess you need to use a lot of things and not just a few pins then. Oh. So how did oh, I just put the whole thing on top of the black yarn. Let's lift everything up. There we go. And to not mess things up, we need to put the red to the front. And also let's move the red over to there for now, to not make a mess of everything. So that one needs to be in the front. And now I need to go in from the front. And that looks about right. Nails would definitely hold it, but the landlord might not like it. Well, that is true. I'm just thinking, like, what could you possibly use? I guess like a bunch of pins, like every every little like few centimeters or something, but that feels like overdoing it, and that would also make a lot of holes. Is it better to put a lesser amount of nails or screws or something than a gazillion needles if you're pinning it? I don't know what's better or worse. What type of walls do you guys have? Because like my apartment, most of my walls are concrete, so then you have to like pre-drill to even be able to get some nails or screws in it. But then when you do that, you don't need to put that many. But if you have like some type of drywall or something, that might not be able to handle the weight anyway, right? Pins tend to fall, so it does wear you. I get it. For sure. But it definitely sounds like it would be a nice backdrop of some kind. What you could do, and I don't know exactly how that would work with your current situation, or like where you plan to have it. Do you want to have it like above the couch? Because what you could do, this would require maybe some construction, but a simple type of construction. If you'd make a wall, like a frame, a wooden frame, that would be enough so that you could put it on it. Kind of like just a picture frame. But if you make a frame that you could, I guess, nail it onto, that you can have standing, like leaning towards the wall, if that makes sense. So you wouldn't make anything to the wall. You just make a frame to pin it up around it and just lean it. Because that shouldn't be too difficult, right? A bunch of wooden boards, some screws, and I guess if you need to have it a bit up, if you're like hiding some of the frame behind the couch, I guess you just make it taller. But it may be an idea, because then you would save your walls at least and don't have to bother the landlord. I think that's what I would do. Basic wooden structure with drywall panels, so not difficult at all to make holes, but also drywall can get big holes. You got a fancy upholstered chair at the thrift store for $11. And now your streams are going to be on that one. So it's sitting on that chair. And I bet you could have a nice frame behind it with that hanging on it. I guess you could probably find some type of, I don't know, clothing rack, or we have these, like, they look like A-frames that we can, they look like A-frames. You have two frames like this, just two pin or two metal rods with a little thing between, and then on top of between the two A-frames there's like a bar, which is very common if you want to dry larger things like carpets and rugs. When you've washed them, you can hang them over there, or like if you're whipping your rugs, because some people do that. But you could have something like that, just stand, some type of stand behind you, I guess. Then you wouldn't have to build anything either. The other option is to hang a curtain pole and put your chair in front. Or that, if it can handle the weight. But I guess that just depends on how you place it. But that definitely could do it. Not that many holes in the wall to put up a curtain pole. And then it's easy to also switch what you have on it. If you want to hang another blanket or something on it for display later. And the cat has claimed the chair. Cats like to do that. I sit, I fit, I sit, right? You could put shower curtain loops through the blanket and hang it on. Sounds good. Definitely sounds doable. $2 for a curtain pole? That is a good price. Sounds like you might have a plan for how to deal with the backdrop situation. I don't know if we can call it a situation really, but that, yes. So I did, I haven't been here that long. I did show my newest edition of yarn that came home with me today from the Knit Cafe. Do you want to see it? I want to look at it again because it's so adorable. Oh, the loops. The lighting is just like blowing it all out. Do you see the sparkles? I don't know. It's so sparkly. It's kind of a chain spun or chained up, and it's so sparkly. It's just pure sparkle. 67% viscose and 33% metallic polyester. But it's just pure sparkles, and yeah, my camera doesn't even know how to cope with the sparkles. So I have 5 of this, and I didn't, yeah, my mom was like, yeah, you need this. Like, thank you. Because she came and hung out with me at the Knit-All-Day-Café. But just, it's so pretty. And it's so soft. I wasn't expecting it to be that soft. You're excited because you also got 2 Halloween mugs at the thrift store for a bargain. And the ghost mug somewhere else. Adding to your collection, that's awesome. What are you going to make with the sparkle? I have no idea what I'm going to make with the sparkle. I'm thinking about holding it together with something else because I got 5 of that and it's over 1,000 meters, so I guess I could hold it together with pretty much any of my cakes because I have plenty of cakes, so I could do that. I don't know. I feel like disco top maybe, and I can disco all night in it and just sparkle away, be my own disco ball. Now, I have no idea. there was a lot of people that had brought some of their yarn that they didn't want them anymore or need it. So it was like a bust my stash type of thing. So there was a lot of bargains, good deals, other people's leftovers or what they didn't want. My mom, I think she got some other yarn for herself. And then there was a pop-up store, so she got knitting cables. Because she bought a bunch of knitting cables recently, and then she realized that they were a little bit longer than she wanted, so now she got the opportunity to get some shorter ones. Hello, Sack! Something sparkly, indeed, very sparkly. How are you doing today? Are you feeling sparkly? Or what are you doing? Yeah, be my own disco ball. I think I need to figure out what yarn I could use that feels very disco-ish to go with that. Remember the yarn art flower that it's purple and green that you had to sell? You found it on Amazon for $13, so you're gonna get even more than you had. Oh, that is nice. Is that the one I have? I have one. Is that the same? Was it this one? Green and purple? Because this is the yarn art flowers in green and purple. I want to say you had this, but did you have another one as well? I really love how this green is like very appley green. I don't think I'm going to use this one. Or if I do, it needs to have a really good pattern because it's too precious. I was talking about this yesterday about like all the precious yarn colors that I don't want to use. This is one of them that I'm like, I don't want to get rid of this one. I might need another one to use and then have this one to pet, right? But I do really like these colors, especially the appley green. Apple green is a really pretty color. I don't really wear it good. It doesn't look good on me, but I do love the color. Yeah, I guess, you know, some of the colors you like, they don't look good on you. It's a bummer. Get back up there. I just realized that new sparkly yarn is silver. Why do most of my sparkly yarn be silver? Because like I have just sparkly yarn in silver. Why is this? I guess I like sparkly silver yarn. Like I do have other sparkly yarns, like the twister sparkles and such, that has different shades of sparkles, but my pure sparkle, all of them are silver. I don't know why. I just realized when I put the other yarns back up, I saw that because all of the yarn on that shelf, except this green and white one and that one that has green and purple, they are not sparkly, but they are special in a different way. But everything else on that shelf is sparkly. You're getting 3 of them possibly for another skirt? Well, that would look awesome. A skirt in those colors. That sounds very pretty. Skirt uses about 3,000 meters, so it would be perfect. Well, yeah, then you need 3. All the sparkle you have is red. I don't even think that the sparkles I have anything else with a red sparkle. Maybe one of my universe might have red sparkle, but I don't think so. I think I have pinkish sparkles in some yarns, but I don't think I have anything with a red sparkle. You have one of them giant sparkle cones from Hobie, similar to the cone I showed, because that is a Hobie cone. But, or do they have bigger ones? Because that one's really, really thin. The bigger cones are 100 grams. I don't know how much that one was. I don't remember. It wasn't one of them point store ones. This one was, I don't know if it's, you know, a regular one, but not, because they did have some sparkly stuff in the point store before. Or wait, I might have some sparkle. Where is that? Where did I put that sparkle? I might actually have sparkle in another color that is actually red. Now I need to go on a scavenger hunt. Where could it possibly be? Throwing some boxes around, how about that? Here it is, but is it red? This is point store sparkle. Would you call it red? Because it has silver sparkle. Is there red sparkle or is there red just red? I don't feel like the red, or I guess possibly pink, is actually sparkly. It's very, very shiny, but it feels more of a pinkish, reddish, shiny thread with silver sparkle. You sold the point store ones you had? The sparkle is silver in this one, so could it be like this? It is very pretty. 47% viscose, 41% polyester, 12% metallic yarn. This is 25 grams. So, and the cone I have is a lot bigger than that. 560 meters. So I do have two, and I want to say that I have enough to make a shawl holding this together with something else. I do like these though. I forgot I had those. Thank you for reminding me. Thank you, May, for leaving a thumbs up over there too. So yeah, I do have two streams going as pretty much always. One vertical and one horizontal, so you can pick and choose where you like to hang out better. But you might be missing out on people in the chat because they're in the other chat. Hello. I'm sorry if I pronounce your name wrong, but I want to say Harja. I hope you're having a good day. Back during halftime, how's the game going? Do we have any numbers at this point? Is it looking good for your team? (13-3), your team is winning. Well, that is nice numbers. That's a big difference between 13 and 3. I have no idea really about scoring or like what's to be expected, but just the difference between those numbers, I see that as a good sign. They have some catching up to do, the other team, and hopefully they don't manage to do so. Your partner is with his mom. You sent her a green zombie kitty for her birthday. She ordered a yellow one and now she's got two? Well, that is fun that she likes those. You did a lot of zombie kitties in the past. Have you done a lot of them recently? Well, I'm guessing you did a green and a yellow, or that you did a green and might be doing it. No, she has two, so you made both of them. But like, do you still do a lot of zombie kitties? And do you still like making them, or did you burn out on that? Sometimes I feel like certain things just like I make one and then I don't want to make another one. So I do really applaud everyone that can sit and do the same thing over and over again, because that's not really my thing. Is that what I started at the cafe event today? This one? This is the lava poncho. No, I did a flower today. I was working a little bit on this one, and I did a flower, a big carnation in this yarn. So we got this purple with multiple purple colors, and there's some shiny bits in it. And I had to do this. I did explain it in the beginning, but a fellow fiber artist in the community here, no one I knew, I had not met this person, but she sadly got preeclampsia and stuff went sideways. Her baby made it and she did not make it. So the Yarny community in my city and well, a few other cities around here are kind of working together to make a flower bouquet for the funeral. So crocheted and knitted flowers for the funeral for this. She was younger than I was, and this was her second child. So, and her first kid is named Rose, and this little baby girl now got the name Iris. Yeah, Iris, and both of those are flowers. So it's very, you know, us making flowers for the funeral really makes sense. So I do have, let's see if I can get a picture out of the big flower I made today. It took me hours to make this carnation because it's really big. But I'm happy I did it. I am happy that I get to participate in this, even though like I didn't know her. But it just feels like, you know, it's a nice thing to do something together like this. So this is the flower I made. And you can see some of that little like shiny bits, and you see the different shades of this. So I feel like this is a good addition to the bouquet. You can see my hand down there a little bit for scale, I guess. It's really big. And the other side is more of like the pinks. So that took me hours. But all worth it. I'm working on a poncho. So it is a big square poncho in pretty lava inspired colors. The yellow and white is around the neck, and then it goes down to orange and grays and blacks to reds. You haven't made any other zombie kitties? Well, yeah, breaks are needed. You burnt out, but you don't get any orders for them anymore, so you don't have to worry at the moment. Burnout and orders is a bad combination. That's a way to lose crojo. So making stuff that you don't like making, you're gonna make a bunch of Halloween colored ones for the market, but other than that, no. Well, when you feel like it's the right time to do some, that's the right time to do so. And other than that, don't do them. Do other things that make you happy. Oh, you don't mean the burnout. You don't get orders. Okay. But breaks are needed. I take breaks too and switch between projects. You can't ship to the US anymore, and a lot of your customers are in the US. I get that. Circumstances change. For sure, things changes and yeah. I still have a long way to go on this one. But it feels like every row is just getting longer and longer, so I don't think it's going to be that much bigger in the end. Just because it's yarn eating rows more and more. It's turning out really big, this one. It would cost more for the tariffs than the actual order, and that's mad. Oh, yeah, no. I totally get that. It's a hot topic in a lot of places. That was a topic today during the Knit Cafe, just like a lot of other things. Political stuff, it happens, you know? People have their opinions, and if you take a room with 50 ladies that feels very gossipy, everything is a topic. Oh, there was silly jokes, and there was, oh yeah. I even had something that made me laugh out loud. I got a message from, I can't even say a friend, it's more of an acquaintance. Someone I kind of, you know a little bit. And I thought it was a joke at first because of how blunt the message was written, and I had all the ladies were like, why are you laughing like that? But I'm gonna tame it down a little bit because I don't want people to choke on their coffee at the moment. And I don't tend to tone that much down, but I'm not gonna use the same vulgar language as the message was written in. But it was pretty much this person was asking if I wanted to join in on a party cruise next weekend, because someone that was coming, well, that was supposed to go, is canceling due to pain and itch in his lower region, which made me feel like, okay, maybe he has already been on a cruise like that, and I guess he should, stand this one out. But the language she used was very, very, like, yeah. So when I told the ladies, I was like, I just got this message and I just read it out, and they're like, oh my god. It was just so much fun. It was hilarious. We had a lot of giggles about that. And I was like, I wish I could go on this boat because there's a lot of music artists on this. It's a 2-day party boat. And I was like, I love these bands. Like, I listen to them pretty much on a daily basis. And I would get to go free because the tickets are already paid for. He's just like, he can't go due to his itch. And I was like, I'd love to go, but the tickets are paid for. But then there's the food and the drinks and all of that. It's like I don't have the budget for that right now. I'm really sad about it. I was like, it's a bit too expensive, even though like the majority of the cost is the boat and that would be paid for. It's like still the price on the boats, it's ridiculous. So I am a little sad about that. It's like I wish I could do it. The downstairs itch, exactly. And apparently he's got I don't know if his wife and kids, but he's got a girlfriend and kids. And he's like, it's not me. I haven't been on a boat like that. Maybe he has to check with her if she's had a meeting with the mailman. I was like, what's up with that? Like the conversations they're ridiculous. Because I got some screenshots. Because I was like, is this a joke? This sounds like an actual joke. I was asked about this cruise a couple of months ago. Like, oh, come on. Let's get a lot of people together. Like, yeah, no. It would be fun, but I can't do it. And now, like, a free ticket is like, yeah, okay. If I win the lottery, yes. Because I don't think starving for 48 hours is a good thing, right? It just doesn't feel like the right thing to do, even though hanging out with the music and all of that would be awesome. It's no joke when the mailman gets involved. Oh, yeah, no. Just, we've had a lot of laughs today. You could bring a yarn cake and eat it. So, like, yes, it's a high fiber diet and doctor's orders, you know, good with high fibers, but I don't think that's the best thing. It would be nice if I could do that, but no. Half time's over. Yeah, you go have fun, May. I'll probably be here when the game is over, and you'll let me know if you won. I hope so. Break a leg. Take a large box of sandwiches. Yeah, I couldn't store it in a good way. There's no, like, refrigerators and stuff. It would be fine for the first 24 hours. But the second half, eh. It's been a long time since I was on a party boat, so it would be nice. It would be a lot of fun. You couldn't do it, you eat every 3 hours, or you start to feel bad. Yeah, that is not a good thing either. I'm lucky that I don't have that problem, that I have to eat too often. Or that often. Maybe not too often, but because I don't like being hungry. It's a very frustrating feeling. You lack nutrients because of it. So is that like, even though you eat a lot, your body can't absorb the nutrients you need in a good way? Oh yeah, no need to be graphic, but you can always make it a little more simple. No details needed. You don't need to overshare. Perfectly fine. Oh, itch. So yeah, that's also one thing today. So many edible fibers, so much itch, so many allergy pills. I've been not feeling great today. There has been alpaca in the room, not that much, so I'm happy about that, but I have been itching and scratching and sneezing. It's a good thing that this doesn't happen too often. Um, it's definitely manageable. I can handle being in the same room with a bunch of fibers that I can't tolerate, but like only for a certain amount of time. And today was pretty good. I was expecting myself to be there for a bit longer than I was, but I'm also happy that I got a ride home and didn't have to bother with the bus and whatnot. Even though like it's a skip and a jump to get there. I just have to walk a minute out to the bus stop here, catch a bus. It's 2 stops down. Like I can pretty much just walk for, I don't know, 15, 20 minutes and I'd be there. But I had the big bag of yarn. Yeah, so I didn't feel like walking. Hello, Jason. How are you doing? Good to see you. Are you doing good today? Let's hope so. Or are you up to no good? I don't know. It's a weekend. Do you have any fun plans? Or are you able to relax? I hope you have a great rest of your day as well, Winter. It's awesome to get to hang out for a bit. I have missed you. Just went to the range and cooking dinner now. Pulled pork. Right. Andy broke nails. Are we blaming you for that? Or did she manage to do that all by herself? You'll happily take the blame. Good. Oh, right. I know what I'm supposed to do. Or supposed to. I know what I should have done a while ago. Doo -doo -doo. There we go. Andy says hi, Jason, in the other chat. Yeah, one of the things with having 2 live streams, not everyone is in the same chat. Now we have hubby in one chat and wifey in the other one. Oh, that's cute. Are you guys in the same room? He says hi back, Andy. I can sit here and send messages between the 2 of you, or if you're in different rooms. She's in the office and he's cooking. Or, yeah, he said he was cooking. So he's in the kitchen and she's in the office. Yeah, this is a little fun thing. I get to be the middleman between a married couple that's in different rooms in their own house. They could just yell at each other. And I'm all the way in Sweden, which is making this extra funny. Like the distance for you guys to get your messages through to each other. Is this a different type of long distance relationship? Like next level? Cheers to that one, right? I have to giggle. Technology is awesome. So that's the punishment for breaking 4 of her nails, or making her break 4 nails, is you cooking? Is that how we ended up in this situation? You also yelled hi across the house. uh, very silly, but awesome. For sure a cute thing. Andy, do you have a snoring puppy dog next to you, keeping you company while you fix your nails? Or is it a little beggar sitting next to Jason's feet in the kitchen, hoping for food? I don't think I've heard you say anything about that begging dogs. You you actually wanted fajitas, but you agreed to pulled pork due to the nails, because that's something you can cook, and if she'd cook, she'd do the fajitas. So 2 snoring puppies. Well, then you have good company. And by the sound of it, Andy is definitely more in the mood for pulled pork. Or perhaps she's just in the mood for not cooking and fix her nails, and whatever is on the table, she's happy. Because sometimes you just appreciate the small things, like not having to cook dinner. I had Greek food for lunch today. It was awesome. I haven't had that in a while. Chicken skewers, tzatziki, potato fries, big thick ones. I love those. And Greek salad. You're quite obliged to. Yeah, you can not really go wrong with a salad. Feta cheese makes it even better, right? Salad and cheese. Very yummy. And olives. It's been a while since I had olives. They were yummy. I should buy myself some olives and just munch on those. It's been a while. Best hubby? He sounds like a pretty good one. Not gonna lie. Men that cook, I like that. It doesn't have to be the fanciest. Just the fact that you don't have to do it all the time. That's awesome. The yarn is slightly wanting to mess with me. Mostly the issue is black yarn. What you see a fairly light surface underneath, I see more over here, and it's all black over here because black desk, black everything. So I don't have the best background, and I have turned the light down a little bit because it does look better, and I don't feel like being totally blinded by the light. I kind of want to turn it down even more, but then I can't really see what I am doing. Even though it does look better when the lighter colors are not totally overexposed with light. So this is some type of middle ground, I guess, today. Like this, it's turning out so squishy. I'm really happy about this. I'm gonna love wearing this, so I feel like it needs to be finished sooner rather than later. Just like some other projects I have. But I want to use this one. Preferably like this fall. And we're pretty much already in fall here now. It's cold. At least I have some heating in the radiators. The system is turned on. It could be warmer in my apartment. We are continuing the saga of me in my cold apartment. But it's fine. So far, I can't really complain because it's not that cold outside. So we shall see what happens when we're getting closer to winter. If I need to be complaining this year again, or if they actually managed to solve the issues last year that we just couldn't test out the problem because it started to get too warm so that the system automatically shuts off. So, yep. So when you're finished with your nails, Andy, what are you working on today? What is the plan for crocheting? Do you have anything on your hook, or do you need to start something new? Oh, did you sell that ginormous octopus or the jellyfish and the things that you made? I have missed out. I don't know if you came home with those or if they was rehomed. Andy and I went 22 years without an AC. You finally got it 3 years ago, and it's a game changer. Well, ACs can be nice, for sure. In my case, it's all just cold, 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 this apartment. So I don't think AC is going to make that much of a difference. Most of them are just like cooling places down, and yeah. Heaters is what I need. Plenty of them. It got a lot of attention. I bet that it's very good to have like those large items just because they catch attention from the distance, so you get people to come and look. So yeah, having something like that is probably a really good thing, right? They're hard to miss. So put them in places a little high up so a lot of people can see them from afar. And you get plenty of more attraction to your booth. So when they disappear, you need to replace them with something else big. Possibly new ones, or do you have anything else that you can make that ginormous to replace them when time comes? Do you have any ideas? The trio blanket definitely feels like I'm getting more progress on when I'm working on that, because the rows are a lot shorter. I'm still working the same row. I don't know how long I've been working on this row, but definitely a lot longer than if I had picked up the trio blanket today. I probably would have done like 2 rows by now. And maybe even more. No, I think more. slowly it's growing. In a way, I feel like I need to finish this one before the next volcanic eruption. Like we're getting closer to a new volcanic eruption on Iceland again. The magma chamber has accumulated enough magma to be back to over the levels of previous eruptions. So yeah, they're saying a new eruption is close. Like it could happen pretty much any day or in 2 months. I'm kind of hoping that it's going to take a little bit longer to make a big awesome eruption. At the same time, there's still structures and things around it, so the sooner the better for possibility of saving or like protecting the structures close by. But I do like a big majestic eruption. I do. Like, it's very mesmerizing. Hello, Sunflower. How are you doing today? Good to see you. Are you up to no good, or are you up to plenty good? Your all-time favorite hockey player came from Sweden. Oh, there's plenty of awesome Swedish hockey players, so I don't know if I could guess which is your all-time favorite, because there's just so many. Ah, Peter Forsberg. So you want to know something really fun? I don't know if it's a thing outside of Sweden. I don't know if it actually is. But you know the Crocs slippers? I don't know, do you call them slippers? But you know, Crocs, the plasticky type of shoes. They kind of was made popular in Sweden by him. And he's always, in Sweden, he's always been known as Foppa. That's his nickname. I don't know if that's a nickname that's been used outside of Sweden, but we always said Foppa. So he kind of got those slippers to Sweden, or at least he made them famous. So we call them Foppa-tofflor, which is pretty much just Foppa slippers. And that's what we call them. So we don't call them Crocs in Sweden. We call them Foppa-tofflor. And I have a pair black. And a pair pink. Yep. Mini-me's got pink as well. Sunflower is up to good stuff. Awesome. Fun weekend plans, or just taking a chill day? Enjoying weather or something? The weather's good here. It's been drying up a little bit. I'm kind of in the mood to forage for mushrooms. I was thinking maybe do it tomorrow, but I think I have, well, I don't really have other plans, but I will have to be available to help a friend tomorrow, so I can't just run away. I'm only helping out for a little bit, but yeah, running out in the woods for a couple of hours is not very helpful. Yeah, this itch is gonna stay with me for a few days, I think. All the fuzzy wool fibers and stuff from today. Ugh. It is what it is. There was a few people that crochet today, but most of the people was knitting. But that is kind of expected here. Sweden has a lot, I don't know, stronger or more deep-rooted tradition of knitting compared to crochet, so it is definitely the more popular, the more popular thing here. And for some reason, most knitters seem to prefer wool as well. Don't really know why that is, but it is like so. Going to read 2 graphic novels, finish some chores, and practice more knitting. That sounds good. How's the knitting going? What are you trying to knit at the moment? Are you using some pretty colored yarn? That sparks joy and such. Your group is coming to visit again tomorrow. That's nice. Some social time is always fun. Like I had today. It's been a while since I hung out with so many people. So it is kind of draining in a way. All the social interacting and with a lot of people in big rooms, you know, it kind of gets loud when everyone talks at the same time. So there has been a few times where it's been quite loudly in that place, but it is like an old house with plenty of room, so there was people spreading out a little bit. So not everyone was in the same big room. So you could go and sit somewhere else and get some more quiet time if you needed to. Oh, autocorrect is drunk again. Your brother is coming tomorrow, not group. Well, one person is still social. How could brother turn into group? Definitely a drunk cucumber on that one. That's a big difference. Big skip and a jump. Either way, fun with the visitor, right? And what is a stream with no auto cucumbers? We gotta have some, right? There's always something. Just like I know some of you guys like to use the speech to text, that you don't always have the time to sit and type because your hands are busy with yarn and stuff, so you speak and the phone tries to type what you're saying. Those can also be very interesting. Yeah, plenty of fun things that could happen. Still practicing. Awesome. Yours are called dodgy fingers. So no auto cucumber, just big fingers. Oh. Update on my dad. Day 3 since shoulder surgery. And just like the other days, he posted a message this morning. Day 3, bored. uh, he is gonna climb on the walls for 3 months. He's, I don't know how he got cabin fever already, and it's only day 3. He got a foam support that he's supposed to rest his arm on, or help to rest his arm, and apparently the dog chewed that up yesterday, so he could have that for 2 days, and then dog ate it. That happened as well. You'll knit your friend the beer cozies. So that's what you're working on. Awesome. I did suggest to my dad that he should talk to his girlfriend about her getting some of her old jigsaw puzzles out, because she has a good selection of jigsaw puzzles. And he still has one good hand, so he has a hand that he could use for jigsaw puzzles when he's bored. I don't think that's really going to help that much. I think that's going to frustrate him still. But at least he could do that. He's probably going to have to resort to that at some point during these 3 months where he's not supposed to do anything other than rest his shoulder. But knowing him, he's gonna try and work anyway. Oh, I think you told me too. It's just been a while, so and also you could have finished them. I do recognize it now when you said it, that you were doing that, so it has just been a while. Nice and squishy. It kind of is a double layered, even though, well, in some places it is double layers, I guess, totally. You can see through it a little bit. So it's not like totally solid, but it's definitely gonna be nice and warm, even though it's cotton. I don't want to say like I want to finish it until a certain date, because I know I have this and some other stuff that I'm flipping back and forth between. Just as the trio blanket, I would like to have that one done before Christmas. That one's a lot more to, yeah, that one's going to take a lot more hours than this one. So this one is definitely more reasonable to have finished soon if I just continue on this one. Like, if I only worked on this for a few days, I think I could have it finished, well, definitely before Halloween. Probably a lot sooner than that. It's just that I don't sit and crochet all day, every day at the moment. I've had a little bit of a not losing crojo, but it's just been a lot. So I've been just sitting here watching YouTube videos and other things for a bit. totally not thinking. My most recent binge rabbit hole thing that I fell down, I found there was a group of guys on YouTube that, or in Sweden, that started a YouTube channel a while back, or a few years ago, and they were doing like comedy stuff. Every Friday they would post a new video, like if you laugh you lose, and they would team up against each other. It was awesome. And then due to certain reasons, or like they just decided that they didn't have time to do that anymore. But one of the guys, I stumbled across that, like I found him again, and apparently he went from doing comedy. I think he's got some backgrounds in journalism, and all of a sudden he has stepped in to become a sports manager of a local, not local in my area, but a little small local hockey team in Sweden. And I was like, how come he ended up there? He didn't play hockey when he was young. He doesn't really know much about hockey. But apparently one of the coaches, or the guy that stepped up to become a coach there, they were childhood friends. So I guess he got talked into trying to like sign new hockey players, and you know, just sports manager. It very interesting to see how that happened. But since he's already like very media oriented and has all of that, like they started a whole YouTube channel, and I've been following everything, catching up from when he stepped in to take over and go down this journey. And just there's a bunch of seasons of how they have started as a small team, and they've climbed their ranks up through the different divisions, and they're still climbing. So I just got stuck in that, dragged in to watch hockey, which might be very surprising, but I don't know. I love the style that he made these videos, and it's just awesome. Nails done, awesome. Is food done also, or do you get to let the nails dry some, and then food, and then crafty time? I don't like playing around with yarn when I have newly painted nails, because I don't want to mess up the nails, but I also don't want to accidentally get polish on the yarn. You know, there's both of the things that can get messed up. 45 minutes to dinner. So how are you gonna entertain yourself between now and then? UV polish, very handy. I only have UV top coat, and it doesn't, like, it does help a lot, and it definitely stays on a lot longer, but there's still a little bit of softness to the polish after I've put that on, so I can still like press it and make dents in the lower levels, or like lower layers. I want to say, like, when I painted the nails this time, I probably have like 9 or so layers of polish. This was a really sheer polish. Also base coat, a bunch of layers of the color, and then that top coat. And I still feel like it's still not, it's still not a really good color. It feels like it's still very light. Not as I don't know, it feels kind of see-through-esque still. But it is what it is, and well, I've had this for a few days, a bunch of days. It's starting to not, well, it has gotten a little bit rubbed down, but it's not too bad. It's not chipping and stuff. Hello, Suzanne. How are you doing today? Good to see you. Are you having a good weekend so far? Gets to relax, enjoy some good weather, cuddle with yarn? What are you doing? Oh, we've done a full row soon. That's where we go to end or to change the yarn. So it's time for a color change. You'll celebrate birthdays tomorrow. Oh, that's nice. Is it your birthday or a family member or friend, perhaps? Do you get cake? I hope you get cake. So the chocolate potato chips cakes that I made, these very similar to like Rice Krispie or cornflake cakes and whatnot that I did yesterday, they were a success today. There was none left. They totally ran out, so they were definitely popular. Mother and sister's mother-in-law? Ooh, so multiple birthdays. So do you have to celebrate in different places? Because that would be multiple cakes, if you're lucky. Now you want a nap? Yeah, you go rest, Andy. You have time to nap before dinner, so sounds like a good plan. Four broken nails, out and about, painting nails. Yeah, definitely time to rest. You earned it. Some nice relaxing rest time. Oh, you're having dinner as well. One dinner, including both of the birthdays, is that? So one cake, but also dinner. Okay. Now that one's done. Back to the red. So how much have I twisted the red into everything? Moving it about. Not too bad. Well, Andy, you can join the snoring dogs, right? Snoring dogs, they have nap. You can have nap. And then you can compete about who snores the loudest. Or maybe there's no competition. Maybe Jason's the one that snores the loudest. Well, hopefully he's not going to be snoring while he's cooking, because that can become a hazard. We don't want to cause kitchen fires due to snoring competitions. Yeah, no, that was a bad suggestion. Never mind. Easier to combine celebrations since their birthdays are 2 days apart. They don't mind sharing. Also, you get everyone in the same place, but you can save on costs, right? Because one big cake and a lot of food. So yeah, you can do that. That's a good way to work things out. And then you can invite more people. The more the merrier. It's so much easier to see with the red yarn, but I am a little bit frustrated with the red yarn at the moment. And it's not that big of a deal. Like, I know that it can happen with these yarns. And it does happen from time to time. And that, I think it's a little bit of a, I don't know, one of the yarns might have snagged while they were caking the yarn. So there is a little bit of a difference in the yarn itself. It is 4 strands, this yarn, and it's not twisted together. It's just 4 strands that you hold together. Do you see that? I think you do. But what can happen is, well, they're all together, and then you get a bit of a tangle because, well, in my case, I've just been pushing it and pushing it and pushing it. Some of the strands, I think you can see that there's some strands here that is longer than some other ones. And I want to say that has to do with snagging in the process of caking the yarn. So what I pretty much could do, like, I can put them down here. They're all together over here on this side, and they're all together over here on the other side, and you can see that there's a bit of a different length. So I could cut all of it, cut here, and then just remove a bit and rejoin, and it's no problem. Or I keep pushing the problem in front of me because I don't like to sew, and this would be a yarn end that I would have to sew. So this can happen, and I just keep pushing the problem in front of me. It isn't that big of a deal, but it does get some tangle sometimes. So that's the, like, I do like that I have the red yarn now and I actually see what I'm doing, but now I have this issue instead. And I'm fine with that. It's just, you know, black is hard to see and the red is tangly. Always something to complain about. If I don't have anything other than complain about, I get to complain about the yarn, right? You dig the red and black combo. It is really nice. The colors are popping. I'm not sure where, like, what color combination I like the most in this, because you definitely see the pattern really good here. But I also like, I guess, more when I look at it close, because it's hard to see the same thing. Like, you do see all the colors, but looking at it up close, I don't know, I do like a lot of it. It is really nice. The transitions are so smooth as well. It's not like in your face. The only place where it's not as smooth is where it goes from the solid white and the solid yellow. You get a little bit of a more defined line over here compared to the rest. Here you just get a nice fade. It's more subtle over here as well. Not as sharp as here. Of course, you do see the transition from where there's a little bit of white into where it's just solid black. Or it's not a white, it's a light gray, but still, it is really nice. It is turning out really good. And I did get a lot of comments on this one today. There was a lot of people, it's like, oh, that one looks so pretty, how are you doing that? And it looks so intricate and tricky. And also with a lot of people just knitting and not knowing how to crochet, of course they were even more like, oh wow, because they have no clue of how to do it. And I think, just like I think it's really tricky to knit because I don't know how to, it's probably a lot easier once you know how to, right? Oh, I know how to knit, I just basics. But I guess it's harder to wrap your head around something when you don't know anything at all, right? But I did enjoy the nice comments about this one. It's always fun. So what's more than just pulled pork for dinner today? I know dinner was supposed to be ready in 45, but that's a little bit ago, so should I be there in half an hour? Is there enough for me as well? It's been a while since I had pulled pork. It's been a while since I had my slow cooker out. What did I do last time I used my slow cooker? Oh, I did soup last time because my other pot that I had was not big enough, so I needed a bigger vessel. So I used the slow cooker, and then after that I went to buy myself a larger pot to make soup in. So now I have a ginormous soup pot for that. Yes. So what did I do before that? I did chili. I think I did in the slow cooker before that. Chili con carne. Yes, that is something I really enjoy. Pulled pork and mac and cheese. That is a weird combination. Maybe not, cause well, yeah, mac and cheese isn't something that's big here, and I've had mac and cheese here, and I don't really get why that's a thing. I guess you guys grew up with it, so it's a comfort food. But to me, that's just weird. You have returned. What have you missed? Well, me crocheting and talking about random things. There's been plenty of different topics. I don't remember. Plenty of things. Knit-All-Day-Café. Yarn. Sparkly yarn. Did you see the sparkly yarn? I did show the sparkly yarn that I got today. And the red yarn being a bit tangly. So I've had proper box mac and cheese, the Kraft mac and cheese. It's very bland. I've tried to do like some type of mac and cheese, you know, just what I have here, but our cheese is very different from your cheese. So maybe that's the thing. I don't know. But it's not my type of flavors. Because it doesn't really have that many flavors. We are organizing a surprise flight over to Jason. Oh, yes. That would be awesome. It would be so much fun to hang out with a lot of you guys. Distances are so far away. That's the downside. But at the same time, the internet is a very awesome place because we are meeting people from so many places around the world. And we're hanging out, even though we're so far apart. So that is cool. Plenty to go around. Plenty of lunch boxes, so you don't have to cook every day. That's awesome. I like lunch boxes. Or, well, leftover boxes. Leftovers are awesome. I do have some leftovers of, well, I guess it could be considered slightly mac and cheese, or it's at least pasta with a cheesy sauce. I have spaghetti with a cheesy bacon sauce. Kind of a lazy version of a carbonara, I guess. It's, yeah, a cheesy bacon sauce, or a bacony cheesy sauce. Don't know. But definitely not the same as mac and cheese in a box. Also, like, what do you put in your cheese to make it so artificially orange? That I don't know. That to me is weird. Cheese is supposed to be like whitish, creamy, light yellow. Prepping the rest of the dinner. Ooh, yes. And Andy did fall asleep. That is good though. She needed the rest. Let her sleep as long as possible, and then wake her up when dinner's ready. Good plan. Noe, hello. How are you doing? Good to see you. Are you having a good weekend? Did you have a good week, or what's going on over at your place? And enjoy dinner. It's been such an awesome day today. And now I get to hang out with all of you. Perfect ending to a great day. For sure. You've been having a good weekend? Saw the hot air balloon launch this morning and checked out the local festival afterwards. That sounds like a good thing. Hot air balloons. They are fun to look at. I don't think I would dare to put my foot in one. I don't think I would be comfortable in a hot air balloon. But they do look cool. It's been a while since I saw one. They're not that popular around my area. I did have a few years ago when I was living in the house. There was actually a hot air balloon landing in the field outside, so I was just standing on the in the backyard watching the hot air balloon land and take off. That was kind of fun. But they are definitely more like common in larger cities. Tomorrow your work is having an open house, a coworker, and you are going to be representing the yarn section. Well, how about that? That sounds awesome. So you get to cuddle yarn all day tomorrow. I am happy for you. I'm slightly jealous. I would also enjoy talking yarn for a whole day and get paid for it. Even better. I'm jealous. Do you feel well prepared for it? You get to share your makes and demo the yarn and hooks. Well, yeah, that's definitely sounds like a great day. What could go wrong? Nothing. That just sounds like a chill day. Yep. Even if there's no people, you get to play with yarn and hooks. I bet that there's a few people out there that would definitely help out if you need it. Oh, the itch. It's all the animal fibers from today. At least I did stay away from snuggling too much with the animal fiber yarns that the pop-up store had. They only had like hand-dyed woolly yarns, but there was like merino, well, merino, regular wool, some type of, well, just fancier woolly yarns, but all of their yarns was some type of animal fiber. And most of them were really fluffy as well. They had like mohairy, fluffy auras or halos. Yeah, it just, they look so cuddly, but I need to stay away. I'm just proud of myself that I didn't snuggle with them too much. I had to touch some of them. Bristol has a hot air balloon festival at the end of August. About 100 balloons go up if it's a nice day. That type, like those type of events, this is really cool when you have like the whole air of just, or the sky is full of balloons. You can get some really pretty pictures and images out of that. Yep. Bristol Airport is only 10 miles away, so it can be interesting. Oh, nice. So you get to see it from where you're at. You don't have to travel to look at it. Or you have to go to Bristol to see it. But it's still not too far away. So you could easily go and look at it if you want to. Anyone in the mood for chocolate? I would share if I could, but you guys are far away. There's pieces of strawberry in this chocolate. Do you see it? If I could send it to you guys, I would. I just want a little piece. So you see all the strawberry pieces. and it smells very strawberry. So it's actually like dried bits of strawberry in it. Proper pieces. Do we see it? There we go. And then there's the M. Marabou. You had wonton tacos, egg rolls, and Korean beef dumplings, Korean barbecue, egg rolls, and potatoes that's been curled out and put on a skewer. Sounds like you had a feast. And I don't think you're going to be hungry for any time during the next day or so. I don't think I've ever had Korean barbecue. I have been curious to try it. I've had Mongolian barbecue, but not Korean barbecue. Ugh. Hello, Moonrose. Good to see you. How are you doing today? Did you have a good week? Are you having a good weekend so far? What are you up to? The potato on a skewer is like a really long potato chip. Well, I think I've seen those. Aren't they pretty common or popular at like festivals or like events type of thing? Like carnivals and whatnot. I don't know. Do you have traveling carnivals? Traveling amusement parks type of thing? I don't know if that's a thing. Like a circus. Circuses travels. We also have like kind of traveling amusement parks. They usually have some small rides and a bunch of different foods. Cotton candy is a must on those type of places. You found out yesterday your aunt has gone to a care home. She will be 102 in December. 102, and she was still living in her own place. That is impressive. That is impressive. Yep. My grandma is 90 and she still lives on her own. You've been feeling blah? Well, how can I cheer you up? Let's see if I can cheer you up with my new yarn that I got today. My mom got this for me. We went to Knit-All-Day-Café type of thing. And there was a lot of people that brought yarn that they don't need anymore. Like, butcher your stash. Just, you know, sell stuff that you don't want. Someone else might want the yarn you don't. So my mom was like, that looks like a yarn that you might be able to do something with. Don't get blinded by the light, but I got sparkly yarn. Like, how sparkly is sparkly? Is there a thing as too much sparkly? My light is having difficulties and my camera is having... But do you see it? It's so sparkly. Is this making you a little bit more happy? Feeling less blah, perhaps? You also got some freeze-dried strawberry Skittles. That sounds good. So this is 67% viscose and 33% metallic polyester. And it's like chain spun. I've tried to show this on camera multiple times and it just doesn't really want to show because my camera doesn't know what to focus on because of sparkles. It's having difficulties, but it's like a chain. And it's so sparkly. You must smile. It sparkles. I have 5 of these. So I have... I was joking earlier, like maybe I should make myself a disco top. Make myself into a disco ball and I can go dancing. Sore throat? Well, that's no fun. Have you... Well, you can make some tea, perhaps. Maybe that will make you feel a little better. Do you feel like you're starting to become sick? Don't like that. You have disco ghosts and disco skeletons for at work for sale. Well, it's Halloweeny, so ghosts and skeletons, but disco Halloween? Not a combination that just... not the first thing I'd think about. But definitely, yeah, sounds like a fun combination. Disco ghosts. Ghosts are supposed to be scary and like haunt you from the shadows. And disco, it's gonna be visible from all over. Don't think that would be the best type of camouflage for a ghost to put itself in disco sparkles. It doesn't feel as spooky and scary. And blinged out skeleton, yeah, no, it doesn't feel very scary. Definitely cool, but less spooky vibes, I think. But yeah, there's people blinging out anything and everything, so it's probably one of those that would be interested in getting disco ghosts and stuff. Are they singing bones? Singing and dancing? Yeah, that would make it even sillier, to be honest. Sounds fun though. Ugh. Do you guys think I can have this finished before Halloween? I can have it finished. Will I though? Or will I be jumping between my projects to the point of this one not even finishing before Easter? I don't know. I guess it's a maybe. Someone at Hobby Lobby decorated a T-Rex statue with a pink and silver cowboy hat, a pink feather boa, and stuffed a cute pink caterpillar plushie in its mouth. A T-Rex with a pink caterpillar plushie? I I bet there was some giggles with that. But why would they have a T-Rex statue? Like, do they have them inside Hobby Lobby so you can purchase it? Or do they have that as a decoration for some weird reason? I'm assuming that you could buy yourself a T-Rex statue. And by the sound of it, it's probably a decent size. You haven't even picked up a hook in the past few days? You feeling that bad? I really hope you'll feel better soon, Moonrose. And you know, you don't necessarily need to pick up a hook to play with yarn. You can just sit and stroke it and just cuddle with some yarn. Just feel it on your hands. Maybe feel a little bit better. Because that's, you know, sometimes that's all you need to do. Cuddle with it, not necessarily work with it. Oh, yard decorations for sale. That makes sense. So do you think it was a random person that did it, or perhaps like an employee that was trying to be funny with how they display stuff to get people talking and noticing the whole, like, the items? A little wee tiny, you know, public, what is it called? PR stunt. Because, well, it got you talking about it. Because you told us about it. Marketing thing. Marketing stunt. Marketing plan. You know, that type of thing. You like to cuddle Sebastian Stan to make you feel better? Sebastian Stan, who is that? Is that a famous person? I don't recognize the name. I don't know who that is. But if it makes you feel better, it sounds good. As long as it's consensual. He plays Bucky Barnes in the Marvel movies. Well, I know about the Marvel movies, but Bucky Barnes does not ring a bell. Is it the newer or movies? I've seen this Marvel series. Maybe not the same thing. I do like The Punisher and Jessica Jones. I do like those. The series. Daredevil was fine. It wasn't my favorite, but I saw that. So I have seen some of it. Have I seen any of the Captain America movies or Thunderbolts? No, Captain America isn't one I believe I have seen. I don't think. I've seen Captain America, but like more as features elsewhere, but not, I don't think I've seen just pure Captain America. I don't know. I don't remember. I'm really crap at remembering what I've seen, and I can, like, well, if someone asks me, it's like, have you seen this movie? It's like, I don't think so. I don't recognize the name. And then I can watch it, and like halfway through, it's like, oh, I have seen this one, but I don't remember it. I just, you know, I just realized that I remembered this scene or something. And I can see something multiple times and be like, still, I don't know. I can't remember that I've seen them. Never remember the names. He's tall with longish dark hair and blue eyes. So you think that's eye candy? Everyone has some type of eye candy somewhere, right? You have a pattern of Butters by Aradia. Is that a pattern that you want to do? That might get you back to crocheting. Is it giving you a little bit of an itch in your hands to play with yarn? Starting to feel better from the sore throat and lack of crochet mood or crojo? Ugh. So I'm thinking about tomorrow and this upcoming week. I know that every time I start talking about that, oh, I'm gonna have so much time to come and hang out with you guys because now I don't have kids at home and da 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 da, I fail. But this is a week with no kids, so there should be time to hang out with you. Yeah, tomorrow I'm helping a friend with some stuff, and then I don't know. I have a meeting on Monday, but after that I have no plans. I'm having coffee with a friend, possibly on Thursday, but that's just for an hour or two. I don't know. There should be time to hang out with you guys. I'm just saying. But then something always happens, and it is a little bit frustrating that you guys can't trust anything I say. Because I can't trust anything I say about when am I going to be able to come and hang out. Feels like it's starting to become a joke in itself. But I was like, oh, I'm going to hang out. I'm going to have plenty of time every day. And no. But at least you know that there's a possibility for me to hang out this week, so you might at least keep an eye out. In case our dear friend, the YouTubes, isn't good at notifications. Because we know that. That's a common thing. Oh. You forgot done doing the pockets? Oh, you forgot to do pockets? I see. Are you going to do pockets? Because, you know, pockets are optional, but pockets can be nice. You finished? Finishing is good. I did start something today and I did finish it today, so that was good. The flower I did at the Knit Cafe. So it did feel good that I actually started something and finished it today. Since most of the things I just have large projects. Finishing things, you need to do that once in a while so you remember how it feels. So you also want to finish more things, because it does feel nice to finish things. Oh. More tangles. Hello Sharon's Yarn. What stitch is that, red and black? I am working on a poncho in interlocking or intermeshing mosaic crochet. I don't know if this stitch combination itself has a name. I only know the name of this technique because I learned this technique for this specific project. There is no pattern. I am just winging it. But I did start this project with a color changing gradient cake, or actually two. So the cake started, one started in white, and that then transitioned into grays, and now is the black one. And the other one started in yellows and went through oranges and is now red. So this is all one of each of those cakes. And now here at the bottom I have switched over to just use smaller cakes of the solid red and the solid black, just to make it bigger, because I felt like it wasn't big enough after the two cakes that I used. So there's yeah, just making it bigger. Show how I do what? So how I'm doing this stitch, or just anything in particular? Because I don't have a tutorial or anything of this. And there's, as I said, no pattern, but I know that there's tutorials out there for this specific technique. I am working with one yarn at a time, so I'm working this row in red, and when I get to, well, when I've done a full row, I will switch to the other yarn. What I do is I only work the red in the red and the black in the black. So it is reversible. It does look pretty much the same on each side. If you've tried fillet crochet, this is pretty similar, but you're doing two fillets on top of each other or together with each other. This stitch I'm doing now is behind, so what I will be doing is go in from behind in through the loop of the black, and pretty much just find the top of the red stitch over here and crochet into the red stitch only, not around the black, so either in front or behind. So now I'm going to pick this up from the front and pushing the black to the back and going alternating to get this specific pattern. I do have some places where it's different in the details, so there's some rows where I'm doing a couple of stitches from the front after each other and some stitches from the back. just a different combination of stitches, not the same all the time, if that makes sense. It is fun. I haven't tried this technique before I started this poncho. I just saw it and it kind of fit the image I had in my head of what I wanted this project to become. There was a few things that I wanted to have happen that didn't happen with this pattern, because this is reversible, but I would have liked it to be more of like the red, yellow and orange on one side, and then you flip it over to the other side and you get more of the white, gray and black, and it is pretty much the same on both sides. There's a few details that differs, so it's not that big of a difference, which means I'm probably not going to be using it as much as reversing it, because you know, one side is a little bit prettier than the other, my opinion. I do like this effect that we have on this side, where it's kind of this center line and it's trickling down to the sides, and on the other side it kind of has these little squares instead, so you get more of a pyramid shape. So yeah, that's the difference. But I do like this side a bit better than the sides with the squares. So what is your, I see that you like yarn, but what's your thing? Do you like to crochet? Do you like to knit? Both? Do you have something fun that you're working on right now? This is a square poncho, and it is inspired by volcanoes. I do like to watch lava flows, and it's very mesmerizing. And the volcanoes of Iceland is what I find most fascinating. So this is definitely inspired by that. I do call it my lava poncho. But this is just one of many projects that I have ongoing. So I do like to alternate between projects, and it's probably going to take some time before this one is finished. Since I don't work just on one specific thing until I finish it. But yeah, this one should finish soon. I just need to focus for a bit. You crochet mostly for your granddaughters. Oh, nice. You love to make sweaters for them? I have done a bunch of wearables, but I definitely feel like I'm more of blankets, well, shawls, I guess. I don't really feel like shawls is, well, yeah, you can wear them, but it's more like an accessory perhaps. But yeah, I do like blankets. But I have done definitely a bunch of wearables as well. Some dresses, some cardigans. I'm a bit all over the place, which is nice. I am using a yarn that is very thin. It's somewhere between a 1 and a 2 weight. It's a cotton yarn, and I'm using a 3.25 millimeter crochet hook. This is turning out really nice and drapey, but also squishy since it's double layer. It's little extra squishy and puffy, or yeah, it's really nice. So hopefully this is gonna keep me warm for a bit soon, hopefully. How old are your granddaughters? Are they small so you make a lot of baby size clothing? Because that can be kind of cute. I've seen so many cute baby crocheted baby clothes. I haven't done much at all of that sort. I probably should have thought about it earlier, but it just didn't occur to me that I could do that. And now my smallest one, she's 5.5, and it doesn't feel like baby clothes is her size anymore. So I can't do baby clothes for her, at least. But she does have some pretty blankets, and I have made some dresses and like cardigans for her. But my most recent cardigan that I made for her doll. And it's actually here. It's little cute pink and white hexagon cardigan. I did this the other day. It's for her doll. And it has this like very fluffy texture. I want to say this is a Karen coconut cake. Very fancy special yarn. That is very, well, I don't think I will be able to get my hands on more of this yarn. Because, well, this is a US yarn. And I'm in Sweden. So I've been lucky to get my hands on some of the yarns or some US yarns. But I have not tried most of them yet. I have tried some of them because I couldn't resist. And some are too pretty to be made into something at the moment. I need the perfect pattern for pretty yarns. But I am very interested to try all of the US yarns that I have. So at some point I will try. Most of them, I think. I don't think there's anyone that I'm like, no, I'm never gonna try this. Not the US yarns. I have some other more precious yarns, but I think I'm gonna try all the US yarns. You make hats, scarves for charity for children. Your crochet group makes a lot of things all year round. Baskets and scarves and hats. Produce bags, ear warmers, jackets, and sweaters. So you do a lot of different things. A little bit of everything. I feel it's nice to switch a little bit from smaller projects to larger projects. You need a palette cleanser now and then. And it can be very, in the long run, boring to just work on one project the whole time. I definitely can't just do one project until I finish it and then start something new. Because I love to start projects. It's like, ooh, new inspiration, new yarn. Ooh, that pattern is pretty. You're retired and crochet is what you do? Yeah, I crochet almost all day, every day. Yeah. Crocheting, I love to crochet. And also I hang out here with my friends. Are you in the US? I feel like there's a lot of people that come and hang out with me that is from the US. US and Canada, a lot of people. I guess also it depends on what time of the day. Most people in Europe are starting to go to bed at this time if they haven't already left a long time ago. I am in Sweden and I am a night owl. It is 1:17 a.m. It's always fun to get to know new people from all over the world. And there we go. Flip around a bit. You enjoyed watching me? You'll come back again? Well, you're so welcome to come back. I don't have a regular schedule, so I just pop in and out whenever I have time and opportunity to do so. But I do recommend to like click on that notification button, because apparently it works sometimes, they say. Some people seem to be getting notification and find me when I pop in here, which is good. It's good to know that it works from time to time. I hear so many people complaining about not getting notifications most of the time. Yeah, it's just how it is. Mackenzie, how was your day? My day was great. I have spent the day at the church Knit Cafe. It was a Knit-All-Day-Café. So I was there just a little bit after they opened at 10 a.m. and I left around 6 p.m. and I got to spend the day with about 50 yarny people. Yeah, it was all ladies today, and I even managed to get my mom to come here. She lives about an hour away in the same city as Rita. For those who know Rita, they live in the same city. So I got to spend the day talking about yarn, cuddling yarn, and just talk to yarny people. So it was a great day. How was your day? Have you done anything fun? I also had great food. Greek food. Chicken skewers, Greek salad, tzatziki, and awesome potato fries. The thick ones. I really love those. There's not a lot of places that can do really good fries here in town, but the Greek place, they're so awesome. I feel like I am being a little bit more quiet than usual. I guess I've been talking so much all day with all the people at the Knit Cafe. I'm sorry if you feel like I'm quiet. Not like I ran out of topics, but it's just like, you know, it's definitely easier to keep a conversation going when you guys are also chatty in the chat. But it has been a long day. A long and fun day. Fun days are good. But I will be sleeping in tomorrow. Perhaps it is time for bed soon. I've been here for almost 3 hours. Considering I've been a busy bee all day, I would have guessed that I would have left or ended earlier than this, or sooner. I thought I was going to be so tired and only hang out for an hour and then crash and go to bed. So I'm a bit surprised that I'm still crocheting and hanging out. Oh! The yarn is tangling on itself. Well, there's a little bit of a nick in the label here. It got stuck and almost threw itself off the desk. Silly skein or cake. Yarn cake wanting to jump off the table. Not gonna happen. Not today. You are not allowed to jump off my table. I guess this is kind of more like a, what's it called, body doubling. I sit here and do my thing, and you sit there and do your thing, and we are keeping each other company, but, you know, just a little bit of hanging out in a different way. Aretha Maxi, hello, hello. How are you doing this fine Saturday? Hope you're having a good day. Do you like to play with yarn? Or what are you entertaining yourself with today? This body doubling thing has become a very popular thing these, I don't know, last few months, years. I don't know when it started, but I have definitely become aware of that fairly recently. I kind of get the whole, like, feeling more productive when you have company type of thing. I also feel more productive when it comes to cleaning and such when I know I'm getting company. That's definitely when I do most cleaning. It's like, oh, someone's coming over, let's clean. But it can also be very nice to just have company while you do stuff like that. I know that I have been keeping plenty of people company like this while cooking and cleaning, and I'm happy to help. If you feel like I am good company when you clean and cook and stuff, that is perfect. I'm happy to help, even from afar. Thank you, Aretha. It's actually a poncho. It kind of looks like a blanket. It is all square, but it does have a hole in the center for my head. You crochet all the time? That is it's fun to crochet. You have 4 blankets that you're doing, oh, at the same time you're alternating between 4 different ones. Is it all the same pattern with different colors, or is it all different patterns? Any for you, or Christmas gifts, or what are you making them for? This is my lava poncho, and it's inspired by volcanoes. So we have all the colors. Yellows and whites, orange and gray, and down to black and red. Linda, hello, hello. You're usually in the basket. You enjoy my lives. Well, I'm happy that you're here. And yeah, the scrap basket is a cozy place to hang out. How are you doing today? You're always knitting or crocheting something. Tonight, knitting a sweater. Any fun colors? Is it for yourself? Burgundy is your color? Nice. Ooh, I'm feeling the stitch marker. We have done another round. Color changing time. Now I need to think. I don't want to mess up here with the color change. This one is supposed to be behind so that it's in the right place. And move the stitch marker to this one. Swap place with the yarn cakes. The red one goes over there. The black one goes over here. And the red one goes in front. And the black one goes behind. I'm pretty sure that's what I'm supposed to do. Yes, looks right. I'm thinking about making some soup tomorrow. I think it is soup cooking day. So that's another thing I'll be entertaining myself with tomorrow. Helping a friend and cooking soup. Feels like a pretty good plan, if I say so myself. What are you gonna do tomorrow? I think it's a pretty good plan so far. Yep. I'm happy with my own plan. I guess that's a good start. Sleeping in is also on the agenda for tomorrow. No alarms. No mini-me's jumping on me either. She is so cute. Like she went to her dad's yesterday and she was missing me today, so she had to give Mom a hug, which was cute. I miss you, Mom. Like, yeah, we saw each other yesterday. But who says no to a hug from your kids? No one. It is the best hugs. You hope you can sleep in tomorrow. You wake at 5, but the alarm is set for 7:30. Well, maybe you should consider crawling down into bed then if you have an alarm set for tomorrow for some reason. Perhaps bed is a good thing to try. I shall do the same very soon. I am just stuck crocheting. I was like, yeah, let's do this color change and then wrap things up for today. And I just carried on. So my thoughts aren't working that good. But now let's do that. Let's do exactly that. Let's wrap things up and tell me to go to bed. You don't need to go anywhere this week, so you'll keep the alarm up. Yes, turn it off. You don't need it. Alarms are not needed if you don't have places to go and things. We're starting to see, yeah, you can see a little bit of light through the bottom. We're starting to get holes in these cakes. This one has a bigger hole, but still a long way to go. Yeah, it is 1:42 a.m. I need to go to bed. Yeah, but I do have 2 of each color more. So I'm seeing at least, at this rate, a few more weeks before this is finished, because alternating between projects. It's been awesome to hang out as always. I love you guys. Yeah. I think maybe we can see each other more this week. I know we can. I'm so silly. I was like, I'm gonna be here, and things happen. Life happens. I should be here more. I just need to. But I love you all. Sweet dreams. Have a great rest of your day. Have a great rest of your weekend. Have fun. Take care. Mwah. Bye bye.